Well, hello. Well, hello. This is Astro Dojo coming to you on August 26th at 18:22 o'clock from Bangkok time zone. I do all of my readings in general New York. This way, if you're in New York, or if you're not in New York, myself being 12 hours ahead, and those in California to Japan 12 hours behind. So anything you hear, you just, from New York, it's quite easy because you can just move time zones to Europe, to Middle East, to Asia, or back to California based on the hours. But it's all based on the day. So when I explain something that could be a nighttime or a daytime, you can just think, oh, that's going to happen tomorrow, or that happened to me yesterday. So I'm Astro Jojo. I'm an astrologer. I have been studying astrology for a long time, 15 years, and I'm now just really want to share it. I want to be part of this community. I'm very knowledgeable. As I said, if you watched my August video, about 98.6% accurate that 100% of my readings are 100%. And this month, I'm running 97.3, 97.3% accurate. And the only reason I'm saying 97.3, and it has to do with this month being August, is I just have to reiterate. I just want to show that this month's not over. And on the 27th, here we are on the 26th. And on the 27th, you see a square appear between Mars and Saturn. And now this is really important because whenever Saturn squares, it's kind of like a kickoff, right? And it's funny that it's kicking off at the end of the month. But if you look at the 28th, bam, man, you have this opposition Venus in Virgo with the Neptunian doorway, Pluto Neptune, Age of Aquarius opening. And this is where I dropped from 98.6 to 97.3, because in the next few days, the aquatic doorway that has been unleashed and opened is going to really something by the 28th, man. It's gonna be so cool. And I don't know what it is. I can't say I know, but I know it's gonna be fantastic. Okay, there it is, right there. 29th, maybe the 28th for some, maybe the 27th. But on Thursday, 9 a.m. New York time until just right until the 30th, we can expect, could be the flip of a coin. It's gonna be so cool. So I just wanted to make sure that I caught that in my new video before going into September. September is sick. It's sick. I love Septembers, but this September I call the September to remember. So this month, just out the gate, gotta let you know, we can call it the Pluto Resurging into Capricorn marked the mission statement for the first half of the new age dawning. So we have been in a cycle of Pluto and Capricorn for many, 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 many years. And then we saw Pluto transition into Aquarius. And so this was really kind of the soft opening to the new age. And now that Pluto's gone back into Capricorn, but the Aquarian doorway that we've been talking about, that I've been talking about, the Neptune Pluto opening is now open, and then Pluto goes back into Capricorn. It's like boom, 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 boom. Race cars, man. Race cars of light bodies. I mean, I in my spiritual professional opinion, we could see the reappearance of like 4 or 5 sages on Earth, maybe just for a short time. And they jump a timeline and come to Earth and appear in India or in America or somewhere in Southeast Asia, but just for like a little bit. Or they're just gonna appear in the sky as like Guan Yin or like one of the Buddhas or like Shiva coming. But it's awesome. Ooh, it's so cool. It all really kicks off, the new moon in Virgo, sun in Virgo at 16 degrees of the sun, 11 degrees on September the 3rd. Now, this is the Pluto Neptune doorway, remains wide open, and makes also a square to Jupiter in Gemini. Gemini being in the on the cusp of the 12th and the first house with Venus, Lilith, Rahu, and the midheaven, the earth body. This, whenever I'm saying the earth body, you can be sure that what is apparent is inside us. We are the earth body. And when I show you this, like it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. So let me just show you real quick. On the 3rd, this new moon, right? So you've got sun and moon in Virgo. Sun and moon is in Virgo, and Venus is just right there. You see this just cluster, right? All just taking shape. And all these planets are in retrograde. Man, this is like a like so tightening of the strings that when the strings get really tight, you see crystals that'll become passing through light bodies, passing through the synergetic frequencies. And the new moon, it's going to be electric. In the dark, it's going to be dark and electric. It's going to be amazing. Later on the 4th, right? So the 3rd is like this, and then right away on the 4th, Neptune, Pluto, Ketu, Moon, square Mars, that arrow shape, right? I showed you that arrow. It goes boom. So it tightens up, and then it goes choom. And here's the kachung. I mean, I'm bouncing a little bit. I don't care. I don't care if I'm bouncing a little bit. You guys get to have fun. I studied this for like 5 days. So then here's the 3rd, right? You see the arrow shape is super tight. And then bam, on the 4th, we complete this cross here. So you have a trine, you have this trine, and then you have a square. And then it just right after the 4th, bam, it's gone. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. That is an applying force, right? In astrology, we call it these applying forces. So at first you have some separating forces between the 3rd, really the 2nd, separating forces that tighten up on the 3rd, and then boom, it's applying everything on the 4th, and then shoom, man, by the 5th, we're ready for September. That's the deal. So by the 5th, we're just ready for September. And now exactly on the 5th, the doorway closes and the sun makes a sextile with Earth. And I think we really will understand what this Lionsgate portal, I mean, people have been using that phrase. I don't know what that means. Lionsgate, where did that come from? But like, I saw it as this pillared doorway shining 2 light mirrors reflecting a new capacity, a new place that we were all like looking in, like, whoa, that's the age of the Aquarius. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden, it's gonna like shine back in on us. Like from inside, it's gonna shine out on the 3rd and the 4th, and then we'll just be like, it'll be like tattooed on our face. It's impossible to not be part of it. It's gonna be amazing. By the 6th, Chiron opposes Venus directly through the solar plex of the cosmos, so that you can see happening. And typically when the signs do these direct kind of cuts through the center of the cosmic body, like here it is on the 8th. I mean, astrology changes, right? So that's why I want to make these videos too, to prove like this is not a said and done thing. I wrote this a few days ago, and this Venus Chiron opposition was happening on the 6th. And I'm reading it, the same chart now, and what I'm saying is now happening on the 8th. Okay? Like, things change, and it's now the Sun and Saturn. But you could see that, Chiron was here and Venus is right here. So, like, something shifted. It shifted, it changed. This is astrology changing right in front of our face. And so I've been watching my own video the whole month being like, wow, that was not expected. Wow, that was not expected. Whoa, that was unexpected. But not out of what I said. It was in line with what I said. It was just unexpectedly more intense or less intense than I anticipated. So I just love and I want to portray that astrology is fluidity. Okay, it's very fluid. It's really important that we keep that. These vertexes, I've gotten a little bit more intel on vertex, and really it is a variant axle of some kind of cosmic energy that we can use really immediately to make manifestations. We can call in our guides. We can move out big energies. Very simple. So I want to just talk about this vertex that happens. So the vertex Vx makes a square directly with Saturn, following a parallel with Mars. So it's a retrieving and receiving energy for the next big transition, where we see a quad kind of like quincunx, but it's a quadrilateral shape. Then it is completed between the Sun, Saturn, and the Moon in Virgo, squaring squaring the Sun and opposing the vertex in Taurus. At the same time, Venus opposes Earth in Capricorn on the 9th. So this whole vertexual movement between Mars, Saturn, and the Moon from the 7th to the 9th is kind of just like it's just kind of like, hey, here we are, September, like I said. And this is when we should just kind of set our own intention. Here's September, make it a September to remember, like I'm saying, and have it be awesome. Just have it be awesome. Do cool stuff. Tell the universe you're going to do cool stuff. Chiron then goes into retrograde motion, which is always good for me. I'm a heavy heart, empathetic, and empath, whatever. But it just means like when Chiron goes retrograde, I can kind of chill. Like when Chiron's not in retrograde, I tend to carry, I tend to carry. I don't want to carry all the time. So, hey, look, I'm white. Yeah, just like natural light, but it just got too dark too quick. So this is kind of what I'm saying, and what I'm thinking is like this whole thing that happens between the 7th and the 9th is an interplanetary cross with Uranus, which deeply affects our attention, right? So it's like the things we're manifesting when Uranus comes in, we're kind of apt to manifest other stuff. And so this is why I'm saying I'm 97%, because Uranus to me can allow lots of things to happen. But what I want to really say is like the important thing is our life, and it gives us this exact information about what we're getting into or what we need to be doing. And that I believe we could call this an encounter of the fifth kind, a direct link with the God body. So even so, right after this arrow arches off on the fourth, things settle down for the fourth and the fifth. Then there's this ultimate vertexual manifestation energy available between 7th, 8th, and the 9th. And we should use it, man. Use it or let somebody else, but don't forget about it. Don't lose it. You can't. It's gonna happen. You just use it wisely. So I think it's amazing. I think we're really, really gonna have the opportunity to have some enlightened moments, right? Some really enlightened moments. And then I just kind of between some dates, I don't want to just read every single day, but there is some important things going on between the 11th and the 13th. And so I will show you on the chart kind of what it looks like, but better I just talk about it. So like here's the chart on the 11th, right? You see this opposition moon in the first quarter is Sag with Gemini Jupiter. And then here's the strong trine with Mars and Venus and Jupiter and the Sun. And they're really just kind of clicking in. They're really clicking in, and then boom, Jupiter makes a trine to Venus in Libra. So what you just saw was a really beautiful thing. It kind of is like this planet's like playing piano. It's like ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. And I feel that way. I feel like the light bodies talking to each other and they're passing information back and forth. And then there's these pinnacle moments where us in the human form, the wet body, I'll call it, full of water, receives the transmission of information, light, and experience until the 15th onward. And then, here's that Jupiter, really on the 16th, man. Venus takes all of this energy, all of these things, this piano virtuoso, and on the 16th, it just sends it directly to the Chiron. And usually I would say Chiron is probing us, but what I just saw with my experience is that everything is getting sent to the planet love, and love is shipping it off to Chiron, man. It's a karmic release. Finally, we get to catch a break, man. We're gonna catch a break. The wounded healer, the Chironian, it's just there as the sense of, yeah, you just gotta do it. Man up, do it. This is my life. That's the phrase of Chiron. This is my life. That's just life. This is how it is. That's it. It's really nothing that special. Sometimes it's pressure, really hard. But what we're gonna see in September, pressure's off. Venus takes care of that guy, and he gets a healing for once. So that's sick. That's gonna carry us to the 18th, and then Uranus and the midheaven Earth oppose the Sun in Virgo on the 20th. Now, man, that just is enough for me to just say, whoa, what are you talking? Because it's the man. It's It's a full moon. It's a full moon, okay, of Uranian energy, also opposing Neptune to the sun. And a square with the moon in Taurus. So this month, guys, it's just really electric. And I never took too much notice when I saw these crosses, right? But we're gonna see a lot of them this month. And to be honest, I have to think now, after studying, that these crosses are unshakables. They are, without a doubt, an energy field that will be experienced unbeknownst to any believer or non-believer. It's just going to happen. And I think this month it happens more than I'm used to. And I think that's really important because we should have otherworldly experiences. And like, do you see what I mean? It happens a lot. These crosses, that's the 21st. And then, I mean, give me a second, man. So I'm calling this the Prisms of Light-Bodies. So from the 21st, you start to see this turning of the prism back and forth, right? And these humongous alignments, huge openings come, you know, and don't be mistaken. Like, even if it's turning and you can't see any light, watch what happens just like a day or two later. The light comes back, and I mean, by the 26th, this is really important. So what you just saw was the twisting of the lights, of the light energies, the prisms of the bodies of the solar systems, how they're going to appropriate energy fields in our cosmic life force. And then on the 26th, you see this like kind of paralleling of lines. This this is very separate. And when I mean, like, when I say applying, I really mean applying. And when I say separating, I really mean separating. So 26, 27, and that's it. 26, 27, take a break, man. Take a break. Take the day off. Take 2 days off. Go to the spa. Get your nails done. Get your hair did. Chill out. Because everything's already happening. We're all going to be like, my God, and we're going to need a day off, man. So take the day off. Let the money get in the bank. Let the shoe slip on the foot. Let the tank get filled with water. Take a break. Take a load off, Benny. Chill out. Which is great. We need a holiday, right? So at the end of the month, the 26th, the 27th, we get to take a break. But only for like 2 days, right? And then we get right back into these doorways, you know? And I've never seen anything like this in astrology. I'm really excited to see how they loom and they affect. And so this is the 29th, where, you know, Saturn's going to trine with Mars and Jupiter is going to trine with Chiron. And just on the 28th, you know, we had Chiron already starting to do that. And then you get two of these. And so this is a separating force. So we need to allow space for things to fit in between them. And so that's what I say, 97%, man. I'm 97% sure. This day is really strong through the end of the month. And I think we are in a really good place to allow for things to change. So I really just want to instill that this month has got so many perks, so many perks. You know, on the 24th, I said this twisting of the prism, it'll be so noticeable. The 17th, giving this healing back to the cosmos, relieving some of the stress and suffering in our lives. And in the early parts of the month, these doorways, here's another doorway between, Lilith, Rahu, and the moon. But that won't happen like in a split second. It'll be hard to notice. So our month is great, and it's really a joy to read it. I think we're in for an amazing experience. I love September's, like I said, and I think this September in particular is going to be a September to remember forever. It's going to be amazing. So now I'm going to talk to you again. I'm going to give you some sun readings for the month of September. And I'm going to add some timestamps. So if you want to jump back, read them again, go ahead. I'm going to start with our Virgos because it's your month. Happy birthday. So Sun Virgos with Venus near your house in Leo and Mercury, Lilith, Rahu balanced in Libra. You're likely to have a steady entry into September. Woo! With a mid-month renovation of revolutionary proportions. It's going to steam up and get you rolling, man. Gonna be good. Libras, with the cluster of angel bodies in your sign, it, they, and you, and in a quaint balance of positive switches and gauges, going off all month, it ought to prove very enlightening, as someone said, illuminating. You're gonna feel it, Libras. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna love it. Scorpios and Sagittarius. This month will likely be a continuation of this Pluto Neptunian entranceway. The igniter igniting in your spirit, soul, and your finances. This is gonna be good. A level up. The moon braces your edge on the 6th, letting Jupiter spark off some of those plans and those appointments. Guaranteed it's going to be great. Guaranteed it's going to be great. Capricorns, welcome back to Pluto. Hey, Pluto, welcome back. We got your key to your room. You can stay as long as you want. We love Pluto and Cap. Such a lovely gesture on September the 6th when we move back into Capricorn. That people, places that you thought you were never going to see again, those things that used to happen, that jacket used to wear, those boots, baby, it's 1995. It's going to be cool as a cucumber. You're going to love this month, Capricorn. You're going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. Aquarius, the cusps of leaving Pluto, the energy might resonate a little bit drab. I don't feel so high anymore, man. Like what? Yeah, it might feel a little bit like dusty for a minute. And then Pluto in Capricorn, it's a straightening, and I love straight and narrow. I love direct. I love white and black. Buddhism, man. Buddhism. We don't need any of that fluff. So the Aquarius like this kind of nonchalant, I'll tell you when it's time kind of thing. Not anymore. Good for me. I love straight talk. And Pluto and Capricorn is straight talking. So you Aquariuses, you're just going to have to get with it. It might feel like a big shift. You might not be that into it. But by October, you'll be fine. You'll be ready and rolling. You'll love it. Pisces. Hey, Saturn, Sun, Neptune, you've been hanging out in Pisces. You might be asking a lot from the world, but the world is also asking a lot from you. So you got to just be progressive. Be progressive. Be there for it. Be ready to do something, be something, say something. I think our Pisces are our best communicators, and so be your best self this month of September. Aries. You guys, man, you've been doing a ton of work for everybody. And I've been watching this Chiron at 23 degrees with Ketu just stomp down in this retrograde in Aries for 2 years. And I have to say, like, all my Aries are so calm right now because we are either holding, I'm a Leo rising, risen, but I'm still in Aries by birth, so I still get to go through some of this karmic body. You know, we've been holding a lot of space. We've been keeping real quiet, or we've been moving mountains without any recognition. And I just got to say, I love you, Aries people. And I know you know what you doing. Maybe other people ain't aware. Astro Jojo know what you doing. You guys are amazing. Taurus says, you are welcoming the Uranian energy into your largest body, being the Taurus. It's going to be amazing. The things you say, the things that happen around you. Be a leader, share with others, tell them your wisdoms, give your knowledge. This is your time to have a voice and get your point across. It's going to work. Just say it and do it. You got it. Manifestation coming at you. Geminis, with Mars leaving your house early in the month, this major transition happens much later for you, Gemini. So it's going to be kind of like, whoa, is that? No, it's 27? Oh, that's what that was. Whoa, look at that. You're going to catch it, and it's going to be sick. I know you've been waiting for that. Like, you're going to see it on this 3rd, and then you're going to get it on the 27th. It's going to be a bit of integration. The whole month of integration. It's a good one for you. Cancers, you get to communicate with Mars in your house on the 13th. You're likely to receive and be received the way you perceive the world. It is a light and a romance. So now's a good time to get it out and let people know by just doing what Cancer people do and being aware that other people are aware of what Cancer people do now. That's what this month's about. You'll be seen and heard. It's great. Leos, Venus sweeps through your sign throughout September. See it as sparks lit, fuses going off, rainbows of light all month. Your will is in your commands. Command them well. Leo, full success. Full success. You got it. So, you know, take your time, go back, watch this video. I can't believe for August, I watched my own astrology video 6 times, dumbfounded by how things were going and how things went. And I believe in this because I experience my life not just based on the cause and condition of things and stuff, but on the cause and conditions of things and nothing. And that nothing that causes conditions, that to me is the astrological life, the fish in the fishbowl that I get to experience as a human. I'm just as much as part of it as anybody else. And I'm just grateful that I watch the signs. I watch the astrological meteorologist television, you know, throughout the month. And making these videos now is allowing me to tell others, you know, test me out, man. Test me out. I'm 97.3% sure about 100% things I said. You better believe it. Astro Jojo coming in with you, got your back to, in your front. High five, crew. I hope you have an amazing month. And write me if you need anything, if you need help, if you wanna do a reading, if you wanna get into a specific transit that's going on. I'm here for everyone. I'm here to do this. I love astrology. I hope I'm funny. I hope it's cool. I hope you enjoy it. And rockaliki dookie lakamaka chicolata. Let's just have a great day in the end of September, of the end of August. 28th, retrograde goes out. Everything comes in. Peace.